I'm hungry. What's up? What's up? We getting things ready. Just hold tight. Listen to the music as it plays. Anyway, we live, bro, but I ain't ready to talk to these people yet.
That's cool.
No offense, but I got a burger and it's calling my names.
I hear.
You hear it? Oh, well, let me back up off the mic. All right, let's go. It's about to get live. We keep it pretty level, no surprise. Come and listen to the topics busted. Yeah, check out our discussion. Keith Norris and D2K. K-Bump 20 on the MIC. Jet I Night all the way in Germany. Leveled head, you know who that boy is. What they say, live and level, live and level. We on that MIC. Live level. We just talking them games. Live and level. Take a seat and listen up, man. Live and level. What's up, people? This is your boy, Levelhead, back with another live and Level Gamers podcast. My mouth is full of food. Cause I ain't ate since I've been home, but we here, we live in your ear direct, talking to you. I got K-Bum 20 in the buildings. What's up, K-Bum?
Yo, what's up, people? Up in this piece, man. Good Sunday, enjoying the nice weather. Ready to get this thing popping, cuz.
I'm still smacking, man. Y'all hear that, don't y'all? I'm smacking on some good food. Anyway. We are here. This is the PlayStation 5 week. And we're here to just talk about whatever we can talk about. We have a new president. We have new systems. Greatness is ahead, folks. Greatness is ahead. But so what's good your way, bro? What's good your way, K-Bum?
Man, doing good, man. It's some nice weather out here, man. So I'm enjoying myself. Me and the wife just been, we've been good. Just, being able to work from home. So we blessed on that front, bro. And so we just been taking it easy, doing what we got to do. Taking care of the dog, looking out for my little niece and my nieces and my nephew. Staying in touch with moms, making sure she's doing good. So we've been good enough front, man. We've blessed that we can still maintain a full-time job and get paid and stuff like that. So we're doing pretty good.
Yeah, man. Same here, man. Just trying to avoid what's out there as much as possible. But I got to go out there amongst it daily for 8 hours a day. But it's all good. I ain't complaining. I ain't mad. but yeah, we've been doing good. Same here, taking care of family. I heard you say taking care of that dog. Yeah, I had to go buy some. Man, dogs are expensive. I'm just gonna be honest with you. Dogs can get into your pockets. So take care of him. Stinking up my house, but I ain't mad.
I remember that.
Man, that's stupid. So, but I ain't mad at him. So I'm happy here because he barks when I need him to bark. Right. And that's what he's here to do. So anyway, man, we here to talk about these games, and we got some other things to talk about. But we got Keith going to jump in, hopefully D2K. get a chance to jump in. Possibly Jedi Knight if he get the memo in time. Hopefully he able to jump in. But we finna get on into the next part, man. What you been gaming on? So
Sure.
let's do that. Hold up. Where is it at? There it is. Yeah. All right. You know what time it is. It's time. Let me know. What have you sing along? Been gaming on. Sing it, folks. Let's go. Hey. What you been gaming on? 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 Gaming on. Gaming on. Gaming on. So go ahead, K-Bon. What you laughing at, man? What's up?
You man, you wildin', bro.
What I do?
You wildin', bro.
Go ahead, man.
So what I've been gaming on, I popped back in that Ghost of Tsushima, and level man, we gotta play that multiplayer.
I'm ready.
We gotta play that multiplayer, man. I watched Erica and I forgot who else was playing it, but I watched a little bit of their stream play that game, and it looks interesting, man. It's like a not swarm, but I forget what they call them type of games where they keep throwing waves of enemies at you.
Yeah.
Horror mode, like horror mode.
Horror,
yeah. So I saw that. I mean, it looks very interesting. So get to play with three of your other friends on there. So we might have to try that out, man. Test that out, see where your skills are, because I don't know about your skills,
man,
bro.
Look, I handle my business on that game, man.
I don't know about your skills.
I handle my business. That out, man.
I'm down. Okay, cool. So I popped that in. I'm about to start the final mission. Well, I don't know if it's the final mission. It's the only story mission I have left. So I don't know if it's the final mission, but I am on the final map. And, I kind of did all the little side missions. So it's not too many side missions left. Just the story mission. So I don't know if it's the final one, but it is the next one I have to do. So I'm gonna do that. Still enjoying the game. The game is still beautiful. I do love the fact that in the different maps, the different areas they put you in look totally different from each other. I really like the white snow of the last map. I think that's just very clean, and just listening to the sounds of trees rustling and your horse walking on the snow. It's just very satisfying, man.
Hold up. Your horse. What do you know something that I don't know?
Yeah, apparently I do. So it's not, but it's not.
I got
your
you.
Horse.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not your horse. He sacrificed himself for the greater good.
I know that.
Love you, Boo. Rest forever. Rest in power. So doing that. Still playing. It's funny, man. I'm still playing 2K20 for right now. I just got another buddy to hop on and got him to play, so he's playing 2K20 with us.
I thought you hated 2K. Wait a minute now. What's this hate-love affair you have with 2K20, man?
No. 2K21 I said was trash.
Oh, 21. Okay.
The new one. The new one I said, the one on current gen is trash because they put all their effort into the next gen version, which I'll be playing next week. Probably next week. Hold on. I don't know what I'm getting. I don't even know what game I'm getting. I haven't ordered any games for my PS5 yet. That comes next Thursday. I haven't ordered any games, so I don't know what I'm playing. So we'll probably talk about that.
Don't rub it in, K-Bon.
We'll talk about another. We got a topic on it, so we can talk about it then.
Right.
That I've been diving into Overwatch because they've done a great job of balancing the game again. So to me, it's fun. I'm enjoying it. Playing Overwatch competitively. And then what else am I playing? Madden, 2K, Overwatch, and Ghost. Yeah, I think that's
Okay.
that's about all I've been playing on. Oh,
Now,
Apex. I don't know why I keep
Apex,
forgetting about Apex, man.
cause it's
Yeah, man.
trash. No, I was playing. I don't know.
No,
I ain't never played Apex. Let me stop lying.
yeah, if you don't play with friends, if you don't play with people you know, it probably is trash. To be honest with you.
I don't
But
know.
me and my buddies, it's a brand new map. So they got a brand new map and brand new character, and they've chased some guns around. It's actually pretty fun. And so, like I said, I have a rotation of games that I play. I don't play one game. It's a nice about 4 or 5 game rotation that I play because I game every night. And
Yeah,
so it's
man,
about
I'd be
game
amazed
rotation.
at you, bro. You are a what they call true gamer. I don't think I'm really able to really hang with you because I ain't a real true. I'm a gamer. I can't put true on my top of my game. I'm a gamer. I play games. You a true gamer, bro. I had to give it to you. That's something I have noticed.
I game every night, man.
Yeah, you be playing some games, bro.
Every night.
Now question: don't they got a new Overwatch coming? I thought they were supposed to be making a new Overwatch.
Yes. So it's most likely they have an announcement. So I think is it Blizzard World at home or Blizzard Con at home that's coming up in I think the next month or so, a couple of weeks. I don't know the exact date, but they're going to showcase more of Overwatch 2.
Okay.
And what I've been hearing, the date for Overwatch 2 is going to be I think March or April of next year. It got pushed back. It was supposed to be this year, but it's going to be about March, April next year.
Okay. That's what's up, man. I saw that I hadn't heard nothing about it. So how you think that transition from the community? Excuse me, I'm burping. Clear my pipes. Okay. So from the community going from what's up, Tiger King? I'm gonna have to hit you. What's up, bro? Let me give you them claps. Yeah, if you in the live chat, man, go and let us know. Send your name up here. We send you a shout out. So, do you think the transition from Overwatch 1 community to 2, you think it's gonna be a smooth transition, or do you think?
Well, they're actually doing it pretty smartly, right? So
Okay.
what they're doing with Overwatch 2, unless something has changed, what they had described was that Overwatch 2 was going to be the changes for Overwatch 2 that you would have to buy is only going to be single player type stuff. All of the multiplayer aspects of Overwatch 2 is going to carry over to Overwatch 1.
Uh-huh.
All of the characters, all of the abilities, all of the maps are going to carry over to Overwatch 1. So there's not going to be 2 separate ecosystems when it comes to multiplayer. It's going to be one still. So and that's I think that's a really good thing. When you have something like let's take Call of Duty. When the next Call of Duty comes out, it's not the same. The multiplayer is not the same. It's a totally different multiplayer. It's a totally different game. So if you want to play multiplayer, you're gonna have to get the brand new Call of Duty. But with Overwatch, the multiplayer is going to be the same for both. It's going to carry over. It's going to have the same community.
Uh-huh.
So the only thing you're paying for pretty much for Overwatch 2 is the single player aspects. They have some PvE type stuff, some single player, some story mode type of stuff. So that's kind of what stuff they're adding, some cosmetics and stuff they're adding to Overwatch 2.
Okay.
So they're doing it pretty smart.
That's what's up, because that's what I'd be curious about with games less relies heavily on the community and multiplayer. How that transition from the new game from the old one, when you built so many friends up on the old one, you're not sure who all bought the new one. How that transition is, because I ain't no multiplayer.
Destiny, and that they had to redo the whole community.
Yeah.
And the Division had to do the same thing, but Overwatch is going to have the same community.
Yeah, I kind of missed them Division days. I ain't gonna front. Level head
down.
I ain't ashamed. Anyway, so far as me, man, I played one game pretty much since the last time me and you talked, and that is Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity. I think that's how it goes. Yeah, Age of Calamity. I finally went on and tried out the demo, and I had the demo and I tried it out, but I quickly put it down because I was tired and sleepy. So when I finally downloaded it, I didn't really get into it. So I gave it a good run through yesterday, and I'm gonna be honest, man. I don't know if I can stay with a game like this. Now it's gonna have to take the storyline, cause the gameplay itself is basically just
repetitive.
Yeah, it's what is that? Dynasty. That Dynasty Warriors. It's it's Dynasty Warriors with the Zelda skin, and it looks good. Don't get me wrong, but I was like, man, I was running from camp to camp to base, trying to clear out each part to kind of take control of those areas, and it was just real redundant. And I was like, man, could I really? Because I was thinking about buying Age of Calamity for the storyline, and I've never played Hyrule Warriors. I didn't play the original one, so I was like, man, this might be one I can get into and kind of like. But then when I was playing it, I was like, I don't know, man. It's fun. Don't get me wrong, but it's not something I could just stay doing for hours. I had to do that like maybe an hour a setting. I couldn't just stay on there for hours and hours and hours.
Right. Yeah, I feel you.
So I'm gonna have to really get at a real consideration. And do I just want to wait till somebody beat it and watch it on YouTube? I do that. Or do I want to buy it? Don't hold it against me. I ain't like K-Bum. I just I don't be gaming that hard, but I gotta play what I like. And it was all right. So I still got to get back on Ghost to Tsushima. You intriguing me. I'm where you at. I'm just I got there. I did a few things and I kind of stopped because I took a break from it and I ain't really picked it back up because I got off into this videography stuff, and that's kind of been taking up my time most of the time. So I was down here editing videos and editing music and all that. So I haven't been gaming. So I need to go back up there and charge up my PlayStation 4 controllers and kind of see what's going on with Ghost and see if I can jump on there with you and do some of this co-op stuff, see what that's on too. I'm down for that. So as far as gaming, that's kind of where I've gamed on. I'm trying to think of anything else that I try out. Of course, I told y'all about Control last week, and I ain't for all that. I ain't feeling none of that. What else? I download Pikmin 3. Most of my game been on the Switch, so just gonna be real with you. I haven't turned my PlayStation on since the last time I played Ghost.
Man, I wish I really could get in the Switch, man. It's just,
man, you gotta let it go, K-Bum. Let go and let God, man. That's what they say.
I just, I really gave it a shot, bro. Like, I'm not even joking with you, man.
I know.
I gave it a shot. When I traveled, I only brought the Switch. Mm-hmm. Like, we went to, I'm about to swag a little bit. We went to Brussels, went to Belgium and Amsterdam. You know what I'm saying? I had the Switch with me. We went out of the town another time. I only took the Switch with me. And so, but I don't know, man. It just,
bro, you ain't got to look, bro. If it ain't for you, it ain't for you. Let me send a shout out real quick to Mr. Dark Sun up in this joint. What's up, Dark Sun Rider? Welcome to the show. And I already got Tiger King, and I did send that tweet out, Tiger King. So we in there. So anyway, and like he said, like the show and share the show with your peoples. Put it on your Twitter timeline and let them know we on here. Man, I don't think you got anything to explain, bro. You tried it. I remember you giving Zelda Breath of the Wild an honest go.
I put about 20 to 40 hours in Zelda. I don't know exactly how much.
Man, that ain't the K-Bum. Hold up. Stop. That ain't nothing, bro.
Bro, no. You don't know me. No. You don't know me. 20 to 40 hours is a long time.
I'm trying to save you, man. I'm trying to save you, man.
That type of gamer.
I see, but how many hours you put in The Witcher?
That's an exception. That's the thing. There's only been few exceptions, and the few exceptions were The Witcher,
Mass Effect,
and Mass Effect. Other than that, I don't play games that long, bro. Like I don't play RPGs. I don't do it.
Now, for me, I put before for some reason my Switch won't show me the hours that I had in Zelda, but I remember what my last playthrough, my hours was like 120. I got like 120 hours in Breath of the Wild. But that's a typical Zelda game. That means Zelda games typically run you at least 50 to 60 hours, and then way more than that if you're gonna try to do a completion. Like you try to exhaust everything you're supposed to do in there. Like me, I was just playing. I did a lot of stuff in Breath of the Wild, but then once I got to a certain point, I was ready to get to the conclusion. There was nothing else I really cared to find out about it. But no, I don't feel like you got nothing to apologize for, man. It ain't for everybody. But
you know the haters out there. When they want to label you as a PlayStation guy.
Nah, man, you are a PlayStation guy, but that don't mean you a hater of other platforms. We not console war junkies over here, but we got our preference. I know,
but haters are out there. Yeah, haters are out there.
But to segue, that's a good segue into the topics. Let's just go. I know we got the PlayStation 5 lands this week. We're going to talk about that. But since you brought up the Switch, let's go ahead and knock this out, man. The Switch sales are phenomenal right now. So I was watching, I don't know who I was watching, but they brought up the Switch sales. The Switch has moved 68.9 or 98. I'm going to look it up here to be exact. But they've moved 68.9 million Switches since launch. And they top selling games are 20 plus million. They got like 4 to 5 games that's already sold 20 million. Matter of fact, I'm gonna pull it up. But I know the top one is Mario Kart 8 Deluxe with 28 or 20 something. And then right after that is Animal Crossing. And Animal Crossing came out this year, K-Ball.
26 or something like that.
And it was 26 million. Breath of the Wild was 19 million. Odyssey was 18 million. Let me look these numbers up. That's why I was like, man, we gotta talk about this. Like Nintendo software sales are ridiculous. Now I'm gonna look this up.
Absolutely, bro.
Nintendo Switch hardware and software sales. It's crazy, bro.
One thing Nintendo's always been able to do is sell software. That even though their hardware at some junctures did not rocket out the gate, but their attachment rate to their actual software to console sales have always been through the roof. They have not suffered in that space at all. Sadly, it's mostly first party stuff that does that, but still, the ratio is still there and is a huge number. Dwarfs everything else.
I'm trying to find the software. I ain't finding it. But the hardware sold 68.3 million. 68. That's crazy. That's past Microsoft. They already eclipsed the Xbox One. they like, now to go from selling, like, this is crazy. To go from selling 13.5 million in 4 years with the Wii U to 68.3 million with the Switch in the same time frame.
Right.
That's probably one of the greatest comebacks.
It was legit, bro. It was a legit comeback, man. Like you got to give it to them, man. Even people, the diehard haters of Nintendo, you can't really say too much bad about the Switch, man. Like even I don't like it graphically. I I don't care about the portability that much. I'm not a big fan of the controller. I'm not a big fan of the battery life.
Now you ain't got the Pro controller, do you?
I got it. I got it.
Oh, and you don't like the Pro controller? That's shocking. I thought you liked it.
It's cool. It's cool.
That's look. Out of all the controllers, I ain't now not the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X, but out of all the controllers, the PlayStation 4, the Xbox One, and the Switch, I'm gonna be honest with you, and this ain't even biased.
The Pro is your favorite?
The Pro is my favorite because the way it feels. Now, my second favorite is the Xbox One. I like the PlayStation. Man. No, for real. I like the PlayStation 4 controller, but I like the augmented of the I like how the Xbox augments the left and right. Like you got the left up top. You got the right stick.
I've never liked that, man.
That's what I like. It just feels natural. It feels natural, and I also like. I don't know. It just. Like if I'm gonna play a shooter game, I'd rather play it on the Xbox than the PlayStation, because of where the analog sticks are. I feel like the PlayStation 4 controller feels cheap to me. It feels a little cheap.
It's made cheap. Let me get this out the air. The PlayStation joysticks are trash. Trash when it comes. Sorry, not the controller. The analog sticks are trash. I know. The first set of analog sticks when the PS4 came out, the rubber tore off of the analog sticks. The second batch of PlayStation controllers they have every last PlayStation controller I have has a dead spot in it. Mm-hmm. Either it's to the left or it's up or it's my R2 button. Everything has a dead spot, and it bugs me to no end. These PlayStation controllers, the analog stick and the trigger buttons, something happens to every last one of them. And in the first batch, the rubber tears off. So I am highly upset of this trash controller. Like, it's a good controller. The quality is trash.
Okay. Yeah, no, I remember that issue with the rubber wearing off of the sticks, but I feel like the plastic and everything with the PlayStation 4 controller is just as compared to the Xbox controller and the Switch controller. I would say the PlayStation 4 feels a little bit cheaper than those controllers. It's light.
I won't argue. I won't argue that.
Yeah, it feels a little cheap to me. I don't like the touchpad. I think the touchpad is a more or less useless pad to me. I don't know. I really don't know what they was trying to achieve with the touchpad. I don't know.
It was doing the whole VR stage, and they were trying to do something, different with controllers. So they were trying to implement something. They were trying to advance controllers, and that was one of the things was the touchpad, but it never really came into fruition. It never really became anything other than a gimmicky feature in the controller.
Okay.
So, it's back in the PS5 controller too, though. PS5 controller the PS5 has a touchpad too.
Yeah, they got it. But I mean, it's back. But I bet that they implement that because they took out the light. But we're gonna talk about the PlayStation 5 here in a second.
Yeah.
But I got these numbers. So right now, software. Now again, we said Switch Nintendo has sold 68.9.
Jeez.
Means 68.3 million Switches since March of 2017, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. And that ain't even what they're gonna sell through the holiday. So it's very likely that Nintendo will pass the 70 million systems sold by the end of especially the end of this year, but the end of their physical year. They will be on eclipse this probably by another 3-4 million. So, true. And probably more than that.
How many did the Xbox sell?
Whoa, hello.
What's up, Keith? You on this judo snuck up in there like that? Go on upstairs, boo-boo. I'll be up there in a second. Yeah, he just judo snuck up. I'm like, man, I just got judo chopped in the neck. Didn't know where it came from. But no, I don't know what the Xbox sell. They ain't telling nobody. So apparently they probably, if I was a betting man, I would say with the Xbox X1, the Xbox One X and the Xbox One S. I'm pretty sure between those two systems and the original Xbox, Microsoft probably on move maybe somewhere around 40 to 45 mil. I would think that's a fair estimate. I might be lowballing and I might be actually over a couple of mil, but I'm thinking it's somewhere around 40, somewhere around there.
That's a lot of consoles to not, move units like that. But I hope, the Xbox Series X and Microsoft, I hope they have a fantastic holiday season.
I'm seeing on Wikipedia says 50 mil estimated for the Xbox One family.
So for all of them together, so I was close for the 5. Yeah, so 50, 45, 50. Yeah, we was in the right ballpark. But I mean, that just goes to show because Nintendo's still selling these systems at $299, $199 a pop with the series.
Yeah,
so they ain't even dropped the price yet. But let's get to these games real quick and then we jump on.
Hold on. Before you hop in there, man, it's two things I want to address, just really quickly. I do want to address Dark Sun Riser's comment.
Where is it at?
My man said he's done with the podcast. The only way he will come back and listen to the podcast is if K-Bomb finishes the Breath of the Wild. So I will have to say,
I'm not mad at him for that feeling. Go ahead. I'm not mad at him.
So what I would have to say to Dark Sun Riser is you might as well unsubscribe because I ain't finishing that
game. Dark Sun Riser said I'm done with this podcast. But I didn't even see that. Let me send a shout out to the MD20. Hold up, man. Let me get your shots in, man. I don't want to
go ahead.
Shouts out to you, bro. Thank you for showing up. Nintendo base will always buy first-party games. Sony and Microsoft are casuals. Is this what you wanted to address? That's why their game sales don't match the hardware sales. Go ahead, K-Bone. You was going to say something.
Yeah. That was the second one I wanted to address, and he's spot, man, because even people who buy PlayStations and Xboxes, as everyone pretty much on this podcast, other than me, are still loyal to Nintendo. And as you've said many of times, Level, is that Nintendo is the only place you're gonna get your Zelda, your Mario, your Metroid fix, and so you're going to buy those games regardless of pretty much what other system you have. But in other games that, like, well, I know you like God of War, but for other people, God of War, even with a PlayStation, it's kind of an afterthought for some people. A lot of casual people, they don't really care about some of the annual titles or yearly, first party titles that Sony or Microsoft pushes, other than Halo on the Xbox side, and so it is more casual. So I totally agree with that comment.
Let me do this. One of y'all pull up. Now, don't do it for Microsoft because I don't feel like that's fair.
I'm driving right now, so I can't do it.
Okay,
you got it, bro.
Pull up, cause we got Ghost of Tsushima, you got Uncharted
first
4,
party PlayStation 4 game.
First party and exclusives. It ain't got to be first party made, but long as it's exclusive to the PlayStation 4. Pull up the numbers on those if you could, like the top 10, not all of them, because I'm finna roll these off real quick. Because this is when I saw this reminded me of the Wii sale, of the Wii software sales. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is 28.99 million. Animal Crossing is 26.04 million. I mean, total. Animal Crossing has sold 26 million in under a year. If I'm wrong on that, correct me in the comment section. I think Animal Crossing came out at the top of the year. Am I wrong?
You're right, because I remember Animal Crossing came out right when COVID was like really ramping up.
Right, because I couldn't find it for my daughter. I was looking for it for my daughter. It took me, I had to order it to get it. So from Best Buy, I had to order it and they shipped it to the house. Smash Bros. Ultimate 21 point. And I'm just gonna forget the points. 21 million.
Smash, bro.
But we got Smash Bros. Though. The Legend of Zelda, 19 million. Pokemon Sword and Shield, 19 million. Super Mario Odyssey, 18 million, and it's basically a percent from 19 million. Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, 12 million. Mario Party, 12 million. Splatoon, 11 million. New Super Mario U Deluxe, 8 million. That's just the top 10. All Nintendo first party.
Wait. I want to pick y'all brain for a second. You said Animal Crossing was what, 28?
Animal Crossing is at 26 million, and they already saying it's going to eclipse Mario Kart before the year is out.
So, would you consider that a casual game?
Animal Crossing, for me,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yes.
So, ideally, that's a casual.
But it's a casual-
are winning the market.
But it's a casual hardcore game because the casuals play it as many hours as a hardcore player would play something like Overwatch. They
But look
put
how
in
many
just as many
more-
hours into it.
But look how many. True. But look how many more units or so versus Zelda and Mario. That's bananas.
Yeah, well, yeah. All the casual, like I would say, okay, I get what you're saying, Keith. Mario Kart and Animal Crossing would fall under the casual sector, in my opinion. Breath of the Wild would be hardcore. And
Right.
both Mario Kart and Animal Crossing are the top two selling. Smash Bros. I think Smash Bros is hardcore. I can't put Smash Bros as casual. That's a hardcore game. I would say
Yeah,
that people might
exactly.
say, because a lot of people that's playing, let me say, so yeah, like, dude, they top, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 of their games is double digits. 9 of them are double digit.
Wow.
And they all first party, all $59, $63 games. So Uncharted, okay, so
I got the numbers. I got the numbers for you right here, Level.
Go ahead.
I know. MD post some of the numbers on there.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's right. So it's 16 for Uncharted 4, 13 for Spider-Man, 12 for God of War, 10 for Last of Us Remastered, 7 for Horizon, but Horizon is considered a time exclusive. And those are the only ones over in double digits. And then you got Gran Turismo Sport at 8, Infamous Second Son at 6 mil, Final Fantasy Remake at 5 mil, The Last of Us Part 2 only at 4 mil, Ghost is on here with 2.4, Killzone 2.1. But then you have the multiplayers that are on here. Multi-plats that are on here, like GTA 5 at 20 mil, Red Redemption 14 mil, The Witcher 10 mil. But those don't really count for your conversation that you're trying to make on this one.
Right. I'm gonna go to top. I'm gonna try to find the top 20 to kind of get a kind of see. Look up the top 20 because mine keep just giving me top 10. I can't.
Top 20 for what?
Switch. Because it's all gonna be Nintendo first party. So all you got to do, wherever you getting your numbers from, see if they give you the Switch ones too. Because my thing is, that. What does that say? Are we missing something? Is it the third party eating into first party on PlayStation and Xbox?
No.
Or is Nintendo first party just that freaking strong?
No, because it doesn't make a difference, man. Because if a game is good, the game is good, and people are going to buy it. There's no such thing as a third party eating into the first party. The game is good, people will buy it. It's based on the fact that Nintendo's first party delivers. As a Sony guy, I will tell you, Nintendo first parties deliver, and nostalgia is always there with a new spin, and they deliver on what they say. Other than whatever that Star Fox game was a couple years ago.
I want recent. Cause look, I want recent. You got the recent because I got April, but I can't find recent. Go ahead.
Let me
Before you
find
get
it.
the numbers, would you argue that not budget? Well, I guess it would be the budgeting for marketing for the third party games is probably larger because you also have each company marketing that game. So it's like Sony can only market it their first party, Nintendo can only market their first party, and so on and so forth. But when it's third party, they're all having to chip in to move those units on whichever console. You can have like a Destiny, and it's on pretty much everything outside of the Switch. But if it's only on Microsoft, Microsoft is giving information or marketing toward this game that's also playable on PlayStation. So it's kind of like that, like a brand recognition is going around more when it comes to third party versus the first party.
I'm trying
Which
to. Go ahead. I'm listening.
That's probably not a good case for Nintendo because Nintendo's busting heads, but I think that's kind of what it is when you had those type of games between multiple platforms.
Why can't I find this list? But
So I found the list.
oh, you found it? Why it ain't popping up on my?
I'll send
give me the
the
top
link
20.
for you. But here's the thing: out of the top 36 games, only 2 of them are not from Nintendo.
Lord.
The top 36. Now you have some from the Pokemon Company, which is still considered Nintendo.
Yeah, you got to
Pretty much.
consider Pokemon.
You have a couple from I guess this Ubisoft one isn't considered. So maybe that's
is that Mario versus Rabbids? You got to count that as Nintendo because Mario.
That's Nintendo. Okay, Nintendo.
Yeah, well, the reason I say that because they use Nintendo IP to push that game. So Mario carried that game.
Octopath.
I would say that's exclusive to Nintendo's. Well, did it
No,
remain
it's on
exclusive?
PC. No, it's on PC.
Well, I won't count PC.
Okay,
but yeah.
so the one that's not Nintendo is Minecraft. Mario versus Rabbids.
Yeah, that's Mario. Look what you said, Mario. Once you say Mario, you got to give it to Nintendo.
I'll take it back. Octopath.
Okay.
And then Enter the Gungeon. And then this Japanese game I cannot pronounce.
That's the top 30?
Top 36.
Just give me the top 20 on that list and the numbers. Just
all right, so top 20, Mario Kart 28, Animal Crossing 26, Super Smash Bros 21, Zelda Breath of the Wild 19, Pokemon Sword and Shield 19, Odyssey 19, Pokemon Let's Go 12, Super Mario Party 12, Splatoon 11, Super Mario Brothers Deluxe 8, Luigi Mansion 7, Ring Fit 5, Super Mario Maker 5, Super Mario 3D All Stars 5, God. The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening 4, Switch 1, 2, 3 mil, Mario Tennis 3 mil, Kirby All Stars 3 mil, Fire Emblem almost 3 mil, Paper Mario 2.8, and that is your top 20.
So and I know for a fact the not Orange moved 2 million, and another game. So the thing is, Donkey Kong did 2
every
million.
last one of those games, bro. Every last one of those games were either released in 2020. It's as of. So never mind. That's as of. Sorry. Those numbers are as of 2020. My bad. My bad.
So my point is, we looking at the PlayStation. Uncharted moved 16. Uncharted moved less units than 7 of the top Switch games. Spider-Man 13, Horizon 12, God of War 12, Horizon 10, The Last of Us, what? 2 or 4 million?
The Last of Us remastered was 10.
Okay, and Last of Us 2 is 4
The Last
million.
of Us was 4.
Okay, so man, like the hardware to software ratio with the Switch is ridiculous.
It's ridiculous, bro.
Because you looking at with the Sony PlayStation, we gonna get to the PlayStation 5. I didn't think this conversation was gonna go this long. I thought we was gonna jump out of this and get on to the next. But with the PlayStation 4 having what, 1.6 million? I mean, 1.6 million units or 100 million and 8 units?
112, something like that.
So 112 million units in the wild, and your top selling first party title is only 16 million. That's man. That's
normal for PlayStation, to be honest with you.
Go ahead, take over.
I mean, that's normal for PlayStation. I mean, I think last gen the top selling game was Grand Theft Auto, I believe, either last year or last gen for the PS3. Number one selling game was Grand Theft Auto. So this isn't PlayStation. It's kind of how it works. The top selling game normally is not a first party game. Now the second and third may be first party, but the number one game sometimes is either you have your CODs and then you have your Grand Theft Autos that's battling for the top spot even on the PlayStation console itself.
Tell me what's the number one selling game on the PlayStation? Not first party related, just number one.
The number one selling game on the PlayStation, you got me going back and forth because apparently I work for you.
You don't work for me. You give it for the fandoms of the podcast.
Number one, I got you, bro. The number one selling game on the PlayStation is Grand Theft Auto 5 with 20 mil.
So even Grand Theft didn't even reach the amount of, but that's still a lot because Grand Theft across all these systems, they had almost 80 million. Now
some stupid.
I think it's higher than that.
That's crazy.
But
I believe that's a lot of double dipping too, though. So I think that's a lot of that game.
Well, hold on, man. If you don't count double dipping, how many of the
I agree.
On the Wii,
wait a minute. Let me explain what I mean.
Hold on, man.
Let's explain what I'm saying.
Okay.
I think Grand Theft Auto is being sold. The same game is being accumulated across the board for, like, if you bought it on the PlayStation 3 or the PlayStation 4, it still go to that same one total of Grand Theft Auto 5 or 4 or 5.
No.
It don't?
No.
Oh, so
they're separated.
So it is separated. Okay, because I thought
they're
I'm talking about that 80 million Grand Theft Auto.
80 mil, yes.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Grand Theft Auto.
That's what I'm saying. So, because if we was doing that with Mario Kart from the Wii U to the Switch, that number is like 30 something. That number like 35, 40. If you add on the Wii U, it's because I think it almost sold almost close to 1-to-1. I think it sold like 8-9 million on the Wii U. We ain't finna look that up, but it would jump at least 7 million copies on that 28. So that give you 35? Yeah, 34, somewhere like that. Yeah, 35, I think. So that's a lot of that's bananas, man. I thought putting phenomenal was stretching, but I'm actually right on the money. The Switch sales are phenomenal. So that only shows that Nintendo better come with some heat this next project. So with that being said, that's crazy, man. That really look at that. Nintendo, while Microsoft and Sony especially Sony, might move a lot of hardware.
Yep.
Nintendo is moving respectable hardware because they have moved literally 70 million in less time. Because they have moved. How long has the PlayStation 4 been out here? Well, how many years now?
2014 or something. 2014, 2013, right?
Yeah, 2013. So it's been 7 years. They've moved upwards of 112 million. The Switch has been out it will be 4 years in March, and they have already moved 70 million. So that's crazy, man. Anyway, that's crazy. That's probably why Nintendo sitting back ain't doing nothing. I'm looking at these numbers. I wouldn't be doing nothing either. I'm making money anyway.
Right.
So let's move on, because I want to knock these kind of next two topics can kind of run into each other. We didn't even talk about the presidents, but we ain't gonna worry about it right now. So, how y'all feeling about a new president, man? How y'all feeling about new president?
Man,
we ain't going there.
I'm just happy that I actually watched somebody as a president, have a conversation, and they didn't sound like they were reading on an 8th grade level. That alone
I
made
know.
me feel better.
What do you mean? I could have wrote a better speech. I don't understand what you're saying. I could have wrote a better speech.
Well, technically he hasn't lost yet. He said he's won by a lot. So anyway, let's stop. Let's
Just like Xbox on the last season.
stop.
I do want to give like a slight opinion on it. Like I just think that a lot of people, I just don't want the rhetoric of black people, Democrats, all this other stuff, because there's so much more work to be done. Like Biden said a lot of stuff in his speech, and there is a unification that needs to take place. So now we have exposed those who are opposed, because a lot of people think that black people are here trying to get more. No, we're just trying to be on the equal playing field.
Equal, bro.
And we, as black people, we got to do stuff within our own communities, true. But now that we got the top secured, we can secure the bottom. We can try to bring this thing together. Trump's rhetoric was dangerous. You look at you look at what he was saying about stop the count and all the other stuff. And what did the people go out and do? Stop the count. Stop the count. They went out and chanted that. Now imagine him saying something a lot more dangerous.
Yeah.
We can't have a person like that with that much power.
But that much power.
Yeah, that's what I was I'm just happy that, I'm just happy we got somebody up there that understands the seat he holds and respects it. That's it. And that's it. I mean, I can disagree with your policies, but you got to know the power of the seat and the effect that it can have and the sway it can have on people. As a leader in my own capacities in different ways, I know with direct hand the sway a person in the highest seat can have on a collection of people, and that can get you gotta wield that wisely. So, but anyway, not to hurt too many, because I'm pretty sure there's some Trump fans here. We don't want to hurt nobody.
And it's not the dog Trump fans, man. It's not.
Yeah.
One thing, it's not even about being a fan of one person, man. We have to be a fan of America.
Yeah, because I ain't no big fan of Biden, but
I'm not a fan of Biden.
Yeah,
I'm not a fan of Biden. Like, I'm not.
Or Kamala Harris.
I'm not a fan of Kamala Harris either. I just know anything was better than what we had. So
I think a lot of people try to pull up the whole Crime Act bill and stuff like that. I look at it like this, and Kamala Harris was a part of it too. I look at it like this: you have two people saying, you know what, we were wrong, and we're going to try to right our wrongs, because he heard what he was saying, and I hope that he stands by what he says. But that's how I look at it. People are allowed to grow and have redemption. You forgive people, and I feel like that's what Joe Biden is and Kamala Harris is doing. He picked a black woman. We have our first black woman vice president. Come on, man. That's crazy.
I'm gonna add something on to that too. A lot of people go back to that time and we forget that there was a lot of blacks who also voted on those same laws to lock all those black people up. So, they were doing, some of the people that got locked up was doing what it took to get locked up. So it go back to what you said. We got to deal with our community as well. But I hate when you have something like police brutality taking place, and then they want to bring up, well, what about this? And it's like that. These don't correlate. We do need to handle our community and deal with a lot of the stuff that's going on in our community, because it's real, it's legit, and we can't sweep it under the rug. But we can chew gum and talk about police brutality at the same time too. So, so anyway, let's move on from that. We touched on it. I was wanting to touch on it at the beginning before we got into this part, but I had to see what y'all temperature on was on that. So it is a new day, great things ahead, and I'm looking forward to seeing where this takes us. But let's look at this PlayStation 5.
Can I say one more thing? I say one more thing. We leave it alone. But this is Dave Chappelle. I don't know if y'all saw Dave Chappelle's speech.
I haven't seen it, y'all.
Bro, I stayed up to watch that. Yeah, I seen it.
Kevin, you cool with me saying one thing that he said, or you want to?
Go ahead, bro.
Okay. All right. So he was talking about, what did he call it? A kindness conspiracy. This is his opening monologue, and it was like halfway through it. He called it a kindness conspiracy. He said, white people, this is what he said, white people, go out and do something kind for a black person when you see that they need help. But here's the catch. He said, you have to make sure that they don't deserve it.
and everybody was like laughing, ha ha ha. And then he contrasted with because we go back in the also because they're black and they don't deserve it. So he went back in time and said because people were black and didn't deserve things and bad things would happen to them. So won't you do something good because they're black and don't deserve it? To me, it took the air out of the room. They were like, "Oh my God!" You know, I didn't even think about it.
That ain't even. That's the light. That's one of the light things. Like, look, K-Bum, go back and watch it. I was sitting there.
I plan on watching it with the wife. So don't give me too much.
I'm not gonna spoil it. I ain't gonna say nothing else. Well, Keith said, and that took the air out the room, and that was kind of light. that was light, man. He said, basically, go out, find you somebody standing on the corner, basically somebody selling dope, and do something nice for them. Because even though they don't deserve it, like an ice cream. Then he said, because back in the day, they got beat and hung and lynched and everything, and they didn't deserve it then. So go out and do something for people who don't deserve it. Do good to them now. You know, it took a lot of boldness and a lot of cleverness of thought to even come up with that. And I was like, wow, that's a load right there. So Dave Chappelle has become basically the every time we get a president, they're gonna be calling Dave Chappelle to give the final words on it. But okay, but yeah, man, check that out. I'll be interested to hear your thoughts. So the PlayStation 5 comes out on the 12th of this week. So that's basically Thursday. K-Bum, our resident PlayStation guy, is going to have the PlayStation 5. He's going to ship it to me via UPS. Hold up. Wait a minute. Ain't that what you said before we came? No, I'm reading it.
Hey, bro. Hey, internet. Don't believe everything you hear.
He said he going to package it up well and just because his wife, birthday is on that same day, so he going to sip it this way and let me play it while he celebrate. Then I'm going to mail it back. Ain't that what you said?
Internet, don't believe everything you hear.
So, the PlayStation 5 is coming out this week, man, and everything that we kind of touched on this last week, but more and more information is coming out about this system. And when is the Xbox coming out, by the way?
I don't know.
I don't know when either one of them coming up.
I know the 12th is the PlayStation. Let me look that up. But
around the corner from each other, though. That's what I do know.
It's not too far. When is the Xbox Series X coming out?
You just triggered my Siri or something. What you
Xbox's release date is November 15th.
Xbox Series X release date.
I think it's the 10th.
The date of introduction of
Oh,
Xbox
doggone it.
360
You ain't
was
listen to me.
No, the 27th.
The 27th. Oh, so that's...
Wait. No, I think it's the 10th.
November 10th.
Yeah, comes out Tuesday.
Tuesday. This week?
Yeah.
Wow, how in the world that's crazy. How is Sony just overshadowing Xbox like that?
Are they?
I didn't even know it was coming out this week. I said the PlayStation. I skipped right over the Xbox.
Yeah, it come out 2 days later on the 12th for no PlayStation.
Okay, so both these systems are coming out this week. But I'm going to be honest, and I don't know if this is bias in the media or what, but I've been hearing way more about the PlayStation than the Xbox. But the third question is going to play into these two systems because we get there in a second. But the more I hear about this controller, man, the more I'm impressed. Because I have not heard one testament that did not echo what every other person said. And I'm saying this from trusted people that I know if it wasn't good, they'd say it.
Right.
One person in particular, and Keith, you know what I'm talking about, Paris ain't the type that hold back punches. He don't care. If it's trash, he'll say it's trash. If he like it, he'll say it like it. I remember I used to get mad at him when I was the Nintendo flag waving dude because he'd make me mad when he talk about Nintendo.
Hey, Phil could be on the show and he'll tell him right to his face, I don't like it.
Yeah. He don't care. He'll tell you. So to hear him say that this controller is the real next gen feature, that to me is amazing. Like that's what the
fourth person I've heard say that.
Yeah, like that's what everybody's saying. Between the two systems, not to say that the Xbox Series X controller is not amazing, but the PlayStation 5 controller is the only next gen feature so far. Well, not that but far because you need the games to prove the system's worth. But as far as a controller, this the
Right.
one thing that's really showing what next gen is going to be about.
Right.
So I'm curious. Go ahead.
I was gonna say I heard a lot of rhetoric around the Xbox. The controllers is the status quo. It's the same feel.
Yeah.
It's the yes, there's a share button, but it's like it's an Xbox controller.
It's just a standard Xbox controller.
Yeah. What I'm curious about, because we talked a lot about the Joy-Cons when they came out. I want to know how they compare to the Joy-Cons.
That's where I'm at.
Yeah.
Well, we
That's
talked
right.
about it last week. Well, you
Yeah, we
weren't
did.
on last week, but we talked about it last week.
Yeah,
But
we did.
What we heard, and everybody that I've heard that talks about the PlayStation 5 as opposed to the Switch Pro, the HD Rumble don't have nothing on it. That's what they said. The HD Rumble is not even worth talking about as comparing to this controller.
Wow.
And I was like, and I'll be honest though, Keith, I haven't really experienced anything with the Pro and the Joy-Cons, but I haven't bought the games that take advantage of that feature. And Nintendo hasn't really made any games that I play that utilize that feature. So
I think those first wave of games that came out. I can't remember the name of that. Switch.
1-2 Switch, yeah.
Yeah, I think those games took advantage of it. I remember playing Master Blaster. I think it was the second one. No, it might have been the first one. But you could definitely feel the difference between, and it felt great when you go into the water, and it had a certain type of rumble about it. But you're right. After that, I haven't really played anything that takes advantage of it.
And that's kind of the deep descriptions that I've been hearing with the PlayStation 5 controller, but they say it goes even. Like they said, you could tell the difference between ice and steel and grass and dirt, loose dirt and water, deep water and shallow water. Like the controller gives a sensation that separates all that. And I was like, I'm not saying that the Pro controller can't do it. I just haven't played a game that shows me how that feels. Like I never played 1-2 Switch, and that probably should have been a game. Not going back to Nintendo, but that probably should have been a pack-in game. Nintendo should have made 1-2 Switch a pack-in game to show off the features of the system.
I agree.
So, but let's get to this part. So another thing that came out, and because I don't feel like we got much to talk about, it's coming out this week, so that's all we can talk. But the backwards compatibility, man. I watched the Digital Foundry video dealing with Sony's Digital Foundry video, dealing with Sony's backwards compatibility. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't think it compares to Microsoft. I want y'all thoughts on that.
I haven't seen it, so I'll let K-Bon go, but I haven't seen it.
Okay.
So are you talking about performance, or are you talking about just what the backwards compatibility gives you?
I'm talking about both. Like, for one, Microsoft going way farther into their portfolio of games, and then the features, what Microsoft is actually doing to the older game. I just don't think Sony, because the reason I say this is because Digital Foundry is like they was blown away. I'm like, why? Because the system plays the game more stable. Microsoft making old games look like new games. That's the one feature that I'm curious about with Microsoft, is the fact that they can make an older game run at a higher resolution, higher frame rate, and supposedly make it look better while not forcing you to go out and get a new disc with new code on it. Did you hear that, Keith? That's what I understand about what they're doing with the backwards compatibility.
I thought Sony
sure.
games were also running at like 60 frames per second too. Some of those games.
Yeah, but if it's locked at 30, okay, this is the difference. If the Sony game is locked at 30, the PlayStation 5 can't bump it up to 60, whereas I think the Xbox can.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah. Like simple features like small stuff like that. So I'm interested to see, but I feel like Xbox is just getting overshadowed by the PlayStation 5 right now. It's amazing that I didn't even know it's coming out on Tuesday. That's messed up. because everybody doing PlayStation 5 unboxings, and I've seen the Xbox unboxing, but I've seen way more PlayStation 5s.
You know what's funny about that? I haven't watched much on the PlayStation 5, but the little bit that I watched on the Xbox, the sentiment that I'm getting is it's faster, it's great, but it still feels the same. You know, like the UI still feels similar. I think I was watching Your Average Consumer video, and I think he pointed out that they changed the color, but it's still relatively the same.
Oh, okay.
It's the same, you know, it's the same everything outside of the quick resume and things like that, loading into the games faster. But other than that, it has the same overall feel, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, because if you liked it before, you should still continue to like it. But it's just, the PlayStation, I guess, is giving people different, newer vibes, you know. And even that UI, from what I saw, still has the little bar at the top. Still kind of simple. It looks different.
Let me ask this question real quick, and I'm gonna let K-Bum jump in here. Tiger King, are you saying that for the PlayStation system, or is that both PlayStation and the Xbox? Are they, if it's locked at 30 on the Xbox and PlayStation, is locked on the newer systems, or is that just for the PlayStation? Just answer me that, because I didn't hear that with the Xbox, but I'm curious, and I look for what you say down there. But yeah, man, go ahead, K-Bum.
What question am I answering? I'm sorry.
Like, what are you looking forward to with your PlayStation 5 coming in?
All right. First, I want to address a comment stated earlier that Sony lied. Phoenix Stars already in the comment section saying that already. So if you can calm that down, sir.
Let me get him a shot. I didn't even notice. I saw that Sony lied. I didn't see who said it.
Yeah, that's Phoenix Star. He everybody out of it again. Yeah, go give him a shout out.
All right, take over. I'll be right back.
All right, so I've kind of said this already, but I'm not that excited about the PS5. I think I don't know. I've stated this a while ago when we had the conversation about the next gen games. And I stated that I wasn't excited about the PS5. It's not. My excitement compared to the PS4 is not there.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's because a lot of the games that we're getting are rehashes of what we already have on the PS4.
Right.
The game that I really want has been delayed again.
Cyberpunk?
Yes, sir.
You really wanted? Oh, wow.
Oh Lord have mercy! I've been saying that for the longest, bro. Ever since I got into The Witcher, and I knew that they were making Cyberpunk. I've been wanting it since they first revealed it.
Right.
And that's the game that's the only game that I've really wanted on my PS5 is Cyberpunk. I'm going to get it. I'm going to get Miles Morales because I saw the Digital Foundry and it looks beautiful. They're using the technology with the ray. I don't know why I slipped on my ray tracing. They're using ray tracing, so that it looks awesome. But it's going to play similar to Spider-Man. It's going to be a better looking version of Spider-Man, which is cool, but it doesn't excite me. I did read up on the next gen version of 2K, and that's very exciting. But what I do with 2K is I play mostly multiplayer, and none of the guys I play with on a daily basis are going to have a PS5, and so I'm going to be either still playing PS4 with my buddies or playing the PS5 2K by myself. So that doesn't excite me either. You know, I really see myself utilizing the PlayStation 5 to play PS4 games for, you know, the majority of my use of it. So that's why I'm not really excited because, you know, a lot of my boys don't really have it. We won't be able to play together. I haven't even seen a actual running version of Madden on the next gen console.
Give me a couple more minutes. I'll be right back. Go ahead.
You said what?
I said, give me a second. I'll be right back.
All right. Yeah, I don't even know what that's going to look like. So I don't know. I'm not really that excited for the PS5. I'm not, you know, counting down the days or the hours till the PS5 gets here. I'm like, it gets here, it gets here. But I was planning to go out of state the day after it comes, because celebrating my wife's birthday. So I'm not really, I haven't taken off work or none of that. Well, I work from home, so
But I know what you mean, because like when you get real excited about a product that's coming out, I'm the same way. I might take a day just to experience it. But I think what it is, man, it's games. They're not really pushing the new games. It's more or less like, look what we can do with the old games. Let me show you how much more powerful these systems are with current stuff that you're playing, which is cool. And I saw with the Spider-Man they had, like you were saying, the ray tracing and how, I think it was Digital Foundry was talking about the reflections and how they warp on the window.
in the window. That was mad dope.
That's dope. I'm afraid that when those games that you're looking for finally start to come out, how much of a hit it's going to take on the hardware. It's easy to impress somebody with an old game with newer hardware because it wasn't made for that newer hardware. So yeah, you can use all the extra headroom and blow somebody's mind. But when those because I was looking at the loading times and I'm just sitting there thinking, because I'm a PC gamer mostly, and I'm like, yeah, but just wait until those newer, more expensive games. And what I mean by expensive, more taxing games,
right?
It's not going to be as impressive, It's going to be back to normal. Like, you're still going to be waiting probably a minute or two for a game to load when you have to have all those next gen 4K access load in and all this other stuff. But I'm excited because they always give us something at least by year two, something that we have never seen before. But right now, I completely understand your sentiment.
Like I want to be excited. It's like when the PS4 came out, I got it that night. Me and my best friend went to the Best Buy. We picked it up at midnight. We played it till like 3:00 in the morning. I took off of work. We were like big kids again. He like stayed the night at my house, and then we got up and played it again. It was an ordeal. And I don't know if it's maybe because I'm getting older and responsibilities change, but I don't even think of that. I still get excited about video games.
COVID could have a factor because you can't just go out and just celebrate and do what you normally would do. You have to be in the house. I think COVID. I don't think we're really considering it as much as it has affected a lot of things.
Right.
Because I'm not going to go to a GameStop and stand with all them people and all that heat and breath, man. I'm not doing it. I can wait. So
that's right. So let me get your thoughts, Keith. So I know from my understanding, you haven't pre-ordered any system yet, right?
No.
Any system.
Mm-hmm.
So what are your thoughts about the PlayStation dropping this week, Xbox dropping this week? What are your thoughts about it affecting the gaming community and how it's going? What is the potential impact you see for these games dropping this week and for the rest of this year?
What do you mean, like the impact?
The impact to the gaming community. What do you see? How do you feel you think it's going to impact us and how we're currently playing games? You see that maybe it won't have that big of an impact, and people are still going to be churning along on their PS4s and Xbox. Or you think it's going to shift the community because it's the next pretty thing out there?
Man, I never really pay attention too much with the cross-gen. But I think the PlayStation 4 is still bum. The Xbox One X is still bum. So it's not like they're going to be sacrificing so much from like the PlayStation 3 to the PlayStation 4 or 360 to the Xbox One. The gap from the current gen or just the cross-gen games I don't think it's going to be that wide of a gap. I think people are going to look at those who, like yourself, getting the PlayStation 5. We'd be like, so how's your experience? We'll ask questions and stuff like that, but I don't think we'll feel like we need to run out and go get it. I think everything's going to be the same because we're still going to be playing the same game. I don't think there's anything too exciting outside of the experiences of the speed, the quick resume, things like that. Because Microsoft's whole, just to point to them, their whole idea behind the Xbox Series family, or just Xbox One family and now the Series, is to be able to play those games anywhere you want to, including PC. So for me, since everything is going everywhere, the impact has already happened. You know, the impact is, you know, we have games everywhere. Stadia has games. I played the demo of Immortals Phoenix Rising on
That's
Stadia.
right. Yeah, I didn't get a chance to play it. Yeah.
On Stadia, and it was full 1080p or whatever it was supposed to be. Like, the impact has already happened, and I think that's one of the reasons why we're not as excited. Like, I got my PC, it doesn't have the same. Believe it or not, my PC doesn't have the same teraflops as the Xbox One X, Series X. The Xbox Series X has more teraflops than my PC, and I don't even care because I'm still going to be playing the same game, getting the same experiences. So the impact, I don't see it yet. I think in the future we'll see it, but not right now.
Okay. No, I apologize for being out. So go ahead. I'm just telling you.
I have one more follow up on that, because that's a good point. Do you think that the cross-gen gaming, being able to play PS4 games on Xbox, on PS5 games, and all those community people still be able to play together, you think that's going to hurt or help next gen systems?
Oh, I see where you're trying to go with it, because you're going to have so many people being divided on those multiplayer games that they used to play.
They're actually going to be able to play together.
Are they?
Yeah, so I'll be able to have my PS5, and because I can still play PS4 games on there, I can still play with my PS4 friends.
Oh, okay. The game. Okay, I thought you were thinking like cross-gen, like PlayStation 4,
But
PlayStation
won't
5.
that be like? Won't that kind of be like the situation with Fortnite with Switch, as opposed to Xbox and Sony, where Switch ran slower, so it kind of put those players at a disadvantage?
So there's two. So I'm not exactly sure how all of it works. So because there's two pieces to it, right? You have Fortnite, which is going to run natively on the PS5. So it's going to be a PS5 game with cross-platform.
Uh-huh.
You're going to be playing the PS5 version of Fortnite across all the platforms. And then you have stuff like 2K, where you're going to be playing the PS4 version of the game on your PS5. So it's different. So it's a PS4 version of the game on your PS5, but Fortnite is the PS5 version of the game cross-platform. So my question is do you think either one of those methods hurts next gen, or does it help next gen?
I don't know. I don't even know how to approach that.
I think it would help. I'm not really sure, Cable. I think it helps.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get an understanding. I get it and I don't at the same time. So the PlayStation 5 version will be cross-gen. So let me set it up like this. If I own a PlayStation 4, can I not play against the person who owns the PlayStation 5 on Fortnite?
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
It's a cross-platform. It's cross-platform.
All right, so the person who playing the PlayStation 5 has a basically unlimited, unhampered version of Fortnite. It's running at all bells and whistles, maxed out like a PC.
Yes.
Now, Fortnite probably ain't a good example for the PlayStation 4, because I'm pretty sure the PlayStation 4 can run it pretty hot too. That's why I was using the Switch, because the Switch can't run it like that.
Right.
But eventually I could see something like that happening. Maybe not with Fortnite, but let's say the next Destiny or whatever that's pushing that's needing some real hardware to push the visuals and all that stuff, and the 60 frames versus 30 frames, you trying to do cross-platform, cross-platform, cross-generation. I think that's going to be an issue more so than a help. Because if we're looking at what with Nintendo and the Switch, if you playing against a person on the PlayStation, theirs running better than yours, and they got more frames than you got, so that gives them better shooting, better everything than you got. You can play against them, but you at a disadvantage. Am I wrong to make that assessment?
No, you're absolutely right. Even right now, Apex Legend has cross-platform even with the PC. So there are some beast PCs, and you're playing against mouse and keyboard people in Apex Legends. And so you do have some of that now, but now the ecosystem is going to be even bigger because even Destiny allows you to play with Stadia people.
Okay.
So there was Stadia cross-platform. So they open up Destiny so that console players and PC players can play with Stadia people.
Okay. Now, so I'm be honest. I'm gonna say it's gonna eventually, maybe not at the front end. It probably won't matter between the PlayStation 4, Xbox One X, Xbox One S, and PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X. It probably won't matter between those systems at the front. But as more games begin to utilize more of what the new systems can do, and the 60 frames stay solid, and the graphics steady push up more, and the visuals push up more, I think it's going to become an issue to try to have all those still being able to be compatible and play cross-gen, cross-platform with the old systems. I think it's going to start to become a hassle. So out at the gate, I don't think it's an issue, but probably a year to 2 years in, yes, I think it's going to be a hamper.
Okay.
Did we kind of settle on who we thought was doing backwards compatibility better, Microsoft or Sony? I would say Microsoft, but
Microsoft.
Okay, we settled on Microsoft.
It's easily Microsoft.
Okay, all right. So, but yeah, I would say that would start showing its head, K-Bun, probably a year and a half into the system when those next wave of games come out. That's taking advantage of the ray tracing, taking advantage of the SD, taking advantage of the power and stability of the new systems. That's going to be hard for them to replicate on the older systems, and then trying to allow y'all to have a fair playing field, an even playing field. I don't see how they're going to be able to maintain that as the games get better and the new systems get utilized better. I don't see how they're going to be able to maintain that harmony. So I think, me personally, we won't see that too long into the next generation. They'd be like, we're no longer supporting the cross-generation multiplayer. But cross-platform might still happen between Xbox Series X and PlayStation 5. But the cross-generation, I think they're going to close that off probably 2 years in. If that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense or not.
Yeah, it does.
All right, so anything else? I feel like we hit what we was kind of hit. Y'all got anything else y'all want to discuss before we get out of here?
Well, we can talk about the Switch streaming service or whatever it is. I don't know.
Whatever it is.
We trashed it last week.
Y'all trashed it? Man, I must miss a lot.
Go ahead. No. I trashed it. I trashed it. But I want to hear your opinion.
I mean, for the most part, it works. I mean, I don't see a difference between that and Stadia. It's just weird that it's on a Nintendo platform. And for some reason, it still looks...
grainy?
Grainy or subpar. Like, it's supposed to be pumping out at, like, 1080p, I suppose, maybe even higher. But, I don't know, maybe that's just the streaming.
My experience, that's why I trash it, because it's like, if I got to settle for this quality of an experience, I have a PlayStation 4. I have an Xbox One. Shut my door, boo-boo. Y'all already getting me. Look at you, tagging me left and right. We gonna play the Switch when I get up there. All right. Okay, so they ready to play. They want to play Mario Kart. So I'm gonna have to get off here shortly. They ain't giving me no slack. But Keith, I would say for me, if that's what I got, if that's all I got and all I got is a Switch, then it's welcoming. But like I told the fellas last week, go back upstairs. Oh.
You told us last week to go upstairs.
No. Hold up, just a second. Give me a second.
Oh man, ain't nothing like family time, bro.
Right.
Yeah.
They won't give me no slack, man. Them the twins. the little levels, man, the little levelers, they level everything down here. But no, I told them last week, most people, Keith, have another option, a second option. Like I used K-Bomb, I used Jedi and D2K. I used D2K and Jedi. D2K got a PC. You have a PC. K-Bum, I didn't even know he had a PC, but he got a PC. And K-Bum has a PlayStation, and he has an Xbox. I have the PlayStation 4. I have the Xbox. I also have a PC that can probably run these games. I ain't gonna say I got a gaming PC, but I got a pretty legit PC. But the thing is, everyone has an option to get the game and play the game at what the developers wanted you to experience, rather than having to relegate yourself to playing it on the Switch via stream and cloud and get the grainy experience, the lagging experience that we got. And it's like, I commend them, but I can't tip my hat to that. No, man. I mean, no, I can't do it. I can't do it. So
I wonder, does the hardware pay? You know, like, did they do enough with the networking? Did they put enough the right hardware in there to receive? Like, did they think further down the line that eventually we might have game streaming, and like we're trying to stream over probably like 802 dot. What's the one that's X? I think it is. So we're probably trying to stream over the old service or whatever.
But I tell you this, we already know Nintendo's Wi-Fi is trash out the box.
That's what I'm saying.
Right, so they Wi-Fi, I can't even, look, for me, Keith, I can't even watch the videos on, like, the trailers for the games, like when you want to see what the game like, without it loading up 2 times. Now, that could, I don't think it's my Wi-Fi. I don't have that issue with Netflix. I don't have that issue with Disney Plus. I got several different phones running in here. We able to watch YouTube. My kids in their bedroom watching Netflix. I'm in front watching, the new part 2 series of The Mandalorian on Disney. Ain't nothing dropping, ain't nothing buffering. But I can go to my Switch and I can try to play the video on the Switch, and it's gonna buffer 4 or 5 times, and play a few seconds and buffer again. So it got to be something with the Switch itself. So I can't answer that question, but like I said, I can play a 1080p or a 1460p video on YouTube and have no issues. I can't even play a 1080p video on my Switch without it buffering 2-3 times.
I'm gonna say they got a product that like enhances the. Nope, they don't. No signal boost.
He said, "Let them win in Mario Kart." I do until my daughter start talking trash. I got a whole video where I helped my daughter win, and she gonna tell me she beat me. I was like, okay, you did. You did. Like I basically died 5 times, knocked everybody out your way, so you can to ensure you first place, for you to talk trash to me. That's what a daddy do for daughters. So anyway, go ahead.
No, I was just trying to. Yeah, right here it says 802.11 AC, and I think I don't know. I'm getting nerd talk now. Never mind.
No, go ahead, man, because you know what you're talking about.
I talked to. Oh man, I was in the chat talking to. Oh man, Dark Sun Riser. Yeah, I was talking to Dark Sun Riser in the chat on one of our previous videos, and he was saying,
Dark Sun Rider.
Yeah, Dark Sun Rider. Anyway, about how the Switch actually has an Ethernet connection, and you can plug an Ethernet up to the Switch, and that's a better way to get a better connection to your
USB. Is a USB adapter to Ethernet. Yeah. It doesn't have an Ethernet direct out. You got to get that USB adapter.
Yeah, but it gives you that good, a better stable connection if you want it.
I might try that, but I got to run. I had to run that all the way from down here to my upstairs. That's the whole point. Like if I was down here, I got another one down here, but that's my Insignia dock that's down here. So if I'm down here and I want to play, I can play it down here. That's the one I take on the road with me too. If I want to take it, I pack that one up. But my main dock upstairs in the front room. And
Yep.
so yeah, Nintendo. I'm gonna be honest. I'm happy to see them selling. I'm happy to see them moving units like they moving and moving software like they moving. But Nintendo gonna have to start future proofing and thinking like, how's this system gonna look 7-8 years into if we go with this 7 years? What do we need to do to ensure that it can go that long? And I think they need to start looking at their systems from that angle. Because honestly, they games save them and cover up a lot of aspects of where they system just is dated within 2-3 years of the platform. The technology under the hood is dated pretty substantially within 2 to 3 years. Like, I just can't. Kendall, shut the door. I'll be up in a second. Y'all know what I'm doing.
Okay, but Michael left.
Okay, I'll be up there in a second. Just watch me until I get up there. Okay, so y'all know I gotta go. They ain't gonna let me. They not gonna let me.
They gonna let you do
They
great.
ain't let me win today. But yeah, I would say for the Nintendo next platform, I think Nintendo need to make something that they know that can stand up. Now, not to say that the Switch isn't, but it isn't. But the games are so good, it doesn't. It gets them over. And I want them to make a system. They ain't got to. It ain't got to directly compete with the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X. I'm not saying that. I wouldn't mind that, but make something that can stand up to a 5-6 year lifespan from all of it. The Wi-Fi, the internet connection, all that stuff. Make a system that you know can hold up for that duration of time. And I think Nintendo will be in a good space. The Switch, we knew the Switch had issues early when it came to the Wi-Fi. There was already issues and the sound and the chat and all that stuff. Like which one of y'all use Nintendo phone app? Like
I deleted that phone app a long time ago.
Yeah, I ain't even. That's what made me stop playing Splatoon. That's why I don't play Splatoon, because we was forced and relegated to use that as a talking mechanism. So I just opted to talk to y'all on our phones, and I just call y'all through Hangout and talk to y'all that way. I didn't need to use that app, and that's how we was playing via Hangout. So, but I think Nintendo need to think about that type of stuff down the road. But anyway, that's all I got to say. Excuse me. I ain't got nothing to add to that.
Okay.
So with that being said, fellas, this has been our 211th episode of the Live and Leveled Gamers podcast. Man, I might have to do a history thing on this, man, when me and Live started this stuff. Some of y'all probably don't even remember Mr. L Live, Mr. L Live 08. But any final words before we get out of here?
We about to make America unified. We about to get out here. About to shake some hands. We're gonna help our fellow brothers. You know what I'm saying? And we finna do this thing. Not because of Biden ain't coming, but because it's just the right thing to do.
It is the right thing to do, sir.
Yeah. I mean, it felt. I'm not gonna lie. It felt different to see the character. See the president be presidential. That was a breath of fresh air for me. I mean, I just got to be honest. That much was like a load off the shoulder to hear a person talk sensible and not stoke nonsense and have something legible. And like K-Bum said, not to sound like he can't put sentences together. And so it's a new day. Hopefully Biden does some of the stuff he says and live up to the hopes of those who voted for him. And hopefully Trump doesn't make this transition of power more of an issue than he needs to. No more presidents talking about people. Calling, yeah, right, Tiger. I'm right there with you. So hopefully this man understand this ain't his palace and they ain't peasants around him. And no, I think sometimes he think he a king, man, and he a dictator. And I ain't got nothing personally against Trump, but Trump just wasn't a presidential president. And so I'm not sad to see him go at all, honestly. And it's a relief to see someone else holding that's gonna take over that ham. So I'm happy for him. So anyway,
I am a king. I am a dictator. I am all of that, and you guys are beneath me. Wait, I'm not beneath me. I'm not beneath the White House.
The dude literally said, "I hereby claim Georgia, Pennsylvania." I'm like, bro, where do you feel like you at? Like, what country do you think you over? Like, bro, this is not a theocracy. Like,
you playing Monopoly. Give me that back. That's my boardwalk.
I'm tired of. It's gonna be huge. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be awesome. You watch. It's gonna be huge. I'm like, bro, you come on, man. You got to say something.
What's his healthcare plan again?
You'll find out in 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Okay, cool.
They should have let Pence do more talking. Pence can talk. I don't care for Pence, but Pence can talk his behind off. I mean, that brother can talk. He legible, and he presidential. I don't have to agree with his policies. He might be worse than Trump, but he presidential. He know how to talk. But anyway, this was the Live and Levels Gamers podcast. Signing out to the next time. Hopefully we'll be able to talk to K-Bum about his PlayStation 5 experience. He can tell us a little bit more about that controller as he plays that platformer that comes with the system, K-Bum. You shall be playing this game, brother. You will not renege on playing Astrobot.
I'll test it out, bro.
You're going to have to test out Astrobot, my friend. And we're going to ask you some questions. Man, make a video or something, man. We can post that up or something, man, of you testing it out, man. Do an unboxing or something.
We'll see.
I'll put that up. This is K-Bum doing an unboxing. But anyway, till next time, folks, stay safe. Wash your hands, cover your face. Wash your hands and cover your face. Wash your bodies, because some of y'all don't wash at all. Until next time, deuces, we out. Peace. You know people out here don't be washing their bodies, man. Walking around here.
Man, I'm at home. I don't wash up. I don't wash up no more.
Walking around here with 2-week-old funk, man. Like, get yourself in some water. That stench was on you 2 weeks ago. I saw you then, and it's still there.
I blame the coronavirus.
And Phoenix said, drink some water. All right, people, we gone.